by Kickboxing. Would you welcome first into the blue corner, representing the Britannia gym, Anich. And would you welcome his opponent into the red corner, representing Invicta, Brenchley.
Have kickboxing over 3 2-minute rounds, and 2 young men making their debuts. Anich from Britannia Kickboxing, Brenchley from Invicta. 2 great clubs with good pedigree. And Anich says, I'm fine, it was just a slip. And good stiff jabs from Brenchley, putting Anich under pressure immediately. Heavy shots coming in, and then Anich fires back. Oh, and a jumping kick there from Anich. And he looked on the way out at first as Brenchley fired off the big shots, but he tucked up and then came back strongly. But this is heavy stuff coming from Brenchley here. And Anich breathes heavily but comes back. These 2 young men making their debut, so a lot of nervous energy in that ring at the moment. I said it's a big step to take at the best of times, let alone at a Kombat Zone pain and glory. And both men have had their moments. And they have a good look at each other and they breathe heavily. The adrenaline dump has come now. After all that adrenaline fueling through their body, it's gone. And both men kick, and this time it's Brenchley that goes down. Away they go again. At first you thought maybe Anich might not survive that onslaught from Brenchley, but he did, and then he came back. Makes for a very entertaining opening round. Axe kick just misses from Anich, but he keeps Brenchley under pressure. Both boys land at the same time. This is a tough bout for both men. They're finding out just how hard it is. All the sparring, all the training, it still doesn't prepare you for your debut. It's the hardest thing you'll do. And just getting back to the stool at the end of the round will be a relief when it's your debut. You've made it, you've done it, you've got that first round out the way. So, a hard opening round for both men. And Anich comes straight out the way he finished the first. And then Brenchley comes back with heavy shots. Neither man willing to give an inch, and it makes for a very hard, hurtful and entertaining fight. Anich tucks up and then looks to go back after Brenchley's work in the roundhouse. And that jumping kick that didn't really land, and he takes a shot to the back of the head. It's all action here in this bout. And again the roundhouse from Anich, as both lads are tiring now in this their debut. And it's tough for both men. They're both getting through with big shots. And they both land with roundhouses. And the jab lands and the roundhouse lands. From Brenchley the jab, the roundhouse from Anich. And a big left from Brenchley. And they're both tired now. They've both taken heavy shots. And Brenchley just tries to get those arms going again, and Anich back. And as he backs off, Anich almost took a big right from Brenchley. Then his own roundhouse. Both men are feeling the pace here in the second. Both making their debut, so it is hard work for them both here. And they've got one more round yet. Who will want it the most in the third? Oh, and there was a kick right to the leg there with that jump. And then he lands with a right hand. Hard round for both men, and they've still got one to go. So third and final round, and it has been a real humdinger of a debut for both men. They have both tried to knock each other out with everything they've got, only to see their opponent still stood there. And that uppercut from Brenchley finally hurts Anich, and he bangs away onto the gloves. If he just stepped downstairs, then he goes downstairs now. Anich hanging on and moves away. He blows heavily. It's been that sort of fight. And now he comes back with his roundhouses. Takes a right hand as he roundhouses because he's got no guard now. Both boys just gone for another right hand from Brenchley. You can hear the crowd response. And somehow Anich is still on his feet. He's feeling it now though. Referee's having a close look at him. And he throws back with his own right hand. What a novice fight this is from these two men. And now Anich does the uppercut, and suddenly Brenchley turns away. And away they go again. And now Anich is firing the shots on after looking dead on his feet. It's Anich that suddenly found something from somewhere. They are both so tired, yet so determined to finish this fight. Oh, and a big right hand from Brenchley. And another. They're just slugging away here in the middle of the ring. And they go again, and Anich throws the kick. And Brenchley saying, how is he still there? And Anich now is slumped over the ropes. And he pulls them both to the centre of the ring once more. And they look hard at each other as if to say, I can't believe it. And now Anich comes back, and they both made it to the end. And listen to the crowd.
Can I just say that both these men in the ring, this was their first fight. And you don't need me to tell you how close this was. And we have split the judges. But they have gone by a majority in favour of the red corner, Brenchley. But ladies and gentlemen, once again, both these men making their debut. Let's give it up for both of them.